I am JB Beyer. I live on Bluebird Lane, Boone, North Carolina. They're coming down Bamboo from 421. It's in the trailer park there on the right. And I've been living here for a year and a half. You know, growing up from American suburbs, I thought I need to move to a place where people are struggling because Jesus says that's his neighborhood. Thought that I wanted to be a missionary to Africa. You know, all serious Christians ended up in the mission field in an African country. That's what I thought when I became a Christian. And then I went on a mission trip to inner city Philadelphia, and I thought I'm going to be an inner city missionary because all these things seemed more and more like Jesus. And then in college, I was encouraged by people to be where I was, to not just think, oh, well, I'm going to go to school in Boone, and then I'm going to go somewhere else. So I started asking the question, where's Jesus' neighborhood in Boone? Trailer parks, by definition, are a place where you can't have ownership. You can never own the land, you can only rent it, even if you own the trailer. So as long as you're here, you're just passing through. And I think that that's really hard. I think that that creates an uneasiness about life. And I think that that creates a sense of which in the Beatitudes when Jesus says, you know, blessed are those who mourn. You know, blessed are those who are unsatisfied. The disciples weren't good enough to be religious leaders in their society. They were just fishermen or tax collectors. But Jesus made these people the leaders of his movement that would save the world. My goals are to see folks here encouraged, that they're not less than anyone else. I want to see kids, parents realize that Jesus doesn't frown on them because they don't have money. That Jesus actually thinks they have a greater ability to receive him because of their financial status. I want to see folks here feeling like they have the capacity to be the church and not just to receive church from the wealthy people outside of the trailer park. When I look at what I've done, I think that the greatest progress in conversion is in my own life. Who I was 4.5 years ago when I started building relationships and who I was a year and a half ago when I moved here, I was a very different, much more selfish person. And even the sorts of questions that I struggled with about God have changed. My questions before was, you know, what is God really? What is God? What is God like? What is God's being, the essence, this, that? And now I'm just like, whatever God is, whatever the Holy Spirit is, whatever Jesus is, I need it in my life desperately. And I went to Jesus' neighborhood and found him.